This is a review of the BenQ MX525A XGA, which is a 3300 lumen 3D ready projector. Inside the box, you'll find the projector itself, you'll find a BenQ Quick Start Guide, you'll find a North American warranty information card, you'll find a power cable that's 72 inches long, and also a VGA cable that's 58 inches long that you can use to connect this to a computer, for example. You'll find a remote control. It gives you full functionality and control of the unit. And in addition to that, you'll find two batteries that you can put inside, which I've already inserted. They're AAA batteries. And up here you'll see a CD-ROM from BenQ, which is actually the full user manual on the disc in multiple languages, and the full user manual is 60 pages long. On the back panel here, you'll find the audio in and the audio out. You'll find a VGA input port, and you'll also find an S-video import. This is the HDMI port, or high definition. This is where you get your best picture. Here you have two computer ports to tie in two different computers. And then here you have a monitor output port. Here you have a mini USB port. And here you have a RS-232 port, which allows you to communicate to the projector with a computer and control all the functionality if you'd like. Down here, you'll have the AC input port, and here you have a locking port where you can put a locking cable for security. On the bottom of the projector, you'll see another vent for cooling, but you'll also see three mounting screw areas to allow you to hang the projector to a ceiling upside down. You can invert the picture for proper orientation. And here you have an adjustable foot that you can unscrew to elevate the projector if you're setting it on a table to make a presentation. On the top left-hand corner, you can see here the focus knob that you can turn to adjust the focus. And here's also a zoom adjustment. When I set it up, it perfectly focused on the wall, and the zoom was very good, so I didn't even have to touch it. On the top of the projector, if you look down here, it'll zoom in, you'll see the different controls. Here you have the power on button and the power on light. Here you have a temperature LED, which will light up when the unit is too hot. And here you have a lamp LED that will flash or come on if the lamp is having difficulty. Here you have the menu button where you can read the menu of the projector and set it up. It's also exits. Here you have a keystone up and down adjustment to square the picture up. And here you have an auto adjustment that when you press it will give you the best projection. Here you have the volume down and the volume up buttons. And here you have the mode or enter button. Here you can select the source of where your video input is coming from. And here you can have your eco blank, which means if you press this button either here or on the remote control, then the screen will go blank and save 70% of the energy of the unit, and also prolong the life of your bulb because you're not running the bulb when you're not making a presentation, for example. I'm not going to go over this controller. There's just too many features, but basically everything that's on the top of this is represented here, plus there are even some additional buttons. Just make sure that you understand, though, this is a full-featured remote control. On the front here and on this one side, these are exhaust vents for the heat. So there's a fan pulling air in and pushing the warmer out here. Here you have the projector lens itself. I was a little disappointed that there's no lens cap for this. I have several projectors and they have lens caps. I like to put them on there when I'm not using them just to keep the dust off of them. In addition, here you have the infrared input that you can use with the remote control. And that infrared input will read the signal from the remote, and as a result it will control the unit. And if you like, the range here is about 26 feet, and it has about a 30-degree angle that you have to be in to make it work properly. This is on the right hand side here. Here you'll have a speaker output, and you also have a fan input where it pulls the cool air in and runs it across the camera lens to cool it. Here you have a little place here. Frankly, I think this is a place to put a little lanyard as you hang it from a ceiling, so that way if it ever would come loose, it wouldn't fall. As I mentioned, the unit has a a speaker in it, but it's only a mono speaker. This unit is also set up for 3D projection. You can also shoot it on the wall, and after you select a source, you can tell it the color of the wall, and it will adjust the color of the image to give you the best picture. It's an amazing feature. This projector can project from a table, from the front ceiling, from a rear ceiling on a special screen, or on a rear table. So it has complete functionality in the type of projection you want to use. If you're going to use different types of inputs, HDMI is the best picture, best resolution. The component is the next one down. The S-Video is the next one down. It's classified as good. And then there's one called Video Normal. I can tell you in the HDMI and component type input, the picture is very good, and we'll show some examples of that. I've now got the BenQ projector wired up to a Roku, and I'm looking here at the Roku menu. I have the lights on in this basement, and right at the screen, you'll be able to stand and read a book if you're sitting on the floor. So it's very bright. I've seen some comments that these projectors aren't bright enough to be shown in a bright room. I don't believe it. It works perfectly. I mean, if you're going to have the windows outside open and sun glaring in, you may have a problem. But these are 6 spotlights shining down, and you can see perfectly. Here you can see I have the lights off now. We're watching a film on Amazon Prime. It's very good quality film. I have no objections with it at all. It does a good job. Now if I hit the home button, I leave that, and I can scroll down to the bottom here, and I can go to Angry Birds, for example. And here you can see Angry Birds loading up. You can see the colors excellent. So this would be suitable even for a basement entertainment system that you could play games on. And here you can see I can pick the different levels of the game, and they'll load up. And you can see the color and the graphics are very good. Here you can see I'm going to press the source button. I'm now going to go to the computer number 2, which I have a laptop computer connected. And here you can see the video for Star Wars The Force Awakens. And as you can see, I'm playing this on a laptop using a VGA cable. And the picture quality is very good, the brightness is good, the resolution is good. I can tell you that this projector has excellent color, good projection quality. It's working well with my computer, like you would in an office to do presentations or show movies or training films. It's working good with the Roku. It's working well with Amazon Prime. It's not the highest quality projector I've reviewed, but for the price, it's very good. The sound system with the mono speaker is a bit weak. That's one of the downfalls. The fan noise is not loud, it's average. So far, for the price of the projector itself, I'll rate it at 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I didn't promise a review, but I promised if I gave one, it would be fair and honest. I wanted to show here that I've got 2 stereo speakers connected together as left and right, and they're plugged into the back of the projector. And when I show you what you can do with a simple pair of speakers to enhance the sound. As you recall, the sound level was kind of low with just using the projector speaker, which is a single mono speaker. Now you're going to see the difference.
The future belongs to those who know where they belong.
So I wanted to show how simple it is to enhance this unit. If you really want to use it for a home entertainment center, I simply plugged in a pair of audio speakers and took it from the 3.5 millimeter jack on the back of the projector to RCA left and right inputs, and it worked perfectly. I just want to show that you can adjust the volume using the remote control, and as you adjust the volume of the projector, it adjusts the volume of the speakers also. I'll just show you that. You can see the volume going down and going back up.